Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Katrina Esau, the creator and founder of Whole Wives Healing Openly, Leaving Him Exalted. And we have our women included in here as well. Just recently expanded the borders, as some would say, because so many women were reaching out that aren't still married. They made the choice to leave, to divorce. Some never married, whatever the case may be, but they're still women impacted by infidelity and they needed to heal. So I just wanted to come on real quick. Actually, I was listening to Bishop Jake's Father's Day message, and he said something in there that really kind of pricked me. And what he said was, um, the way that he said it was that we as women, we are built to carry life. We are meant to carry life, not death. And so it really just kind of like hit, because so many times when I'm speaking to other women and you ask certain questions, and I think some of it is because we haven't really identified with it, or we haven't accepted it, or sometimes we just really don't know, and you don't know what you don't know. But like, for example, I asked the question of, well, have you forgiven? Yes, I forgave him. But then the more you talk, you hear the hurt come out, the pain come out. And it's funny because when I'll be talking to my girlfriend and she'll be like, Katrina, what, like, she was like, do people really understand what you mean? She was like, because she's like, you can be having a conversation and then you'll just say, you'll just say the person isn't healed. Like, they're like, you can hear the wounding, you can hear the hurting. And she was like, you do that almost immediate, like as people are talking, you'll be like, you still aren't healed, or it sounds like, you need to forgive. And it's, number one, it's just the anointing that God has released over my life, and he's done it because I've had to walk through it. I'm just not telling you something I read in a book. And so he is giving me a very keen discernment a lot of times, where I can hear there's women that I can be having a conversation with. They haven't said anything about anything happening in their home, but I can feel and discern that there's some hurt there. It doesn't necessarily have to be hurt from infidelity, but there's some level of hurt, there's bitterness, there's anger. It comes out. And oftentimes we don't recognize it ourselves. And so we'll say, I'm healed, we'll say, I have forgiven, but people hear differently. Your words, your vocabulary, it comes across. And so a lot of times we're in a thing and we thinking we're, somewhere where we aren't. And so as I began to think about what Bishop was saying in terms of us being meant to carry life, and not death. And then if you think about, as a person who has experienced infidelity, a person has experienced somebody cheating on them, there is a level of death there. There's a level of grieving there, because you have lost what you once had. You have lost your marriage as you knew it to be. You've lost that relationship as you knew it to be. And so there's a process where you have to grieve that. And so if you're not careful, you can become bitter, you can become angry, you won't forgive, and for various reasons, whether it's barriers that you have in terms of the way that you were brought up, the way that you were raised. I'll forgive you, but I'll never forget. That's not real forgiveness. You've heard me say that over and over again. It could be the people you have in your ear. Something could trigger you. There's various reasons as to why you don't forgive or why you choose not to trust. But if you think about it with me for a minute. I'm so serious about this. What does it produce? When you walk around bitter and upset because somebody rejected you, they abandoned you, they hurt you, they violated you, they took what you deemed as sacred and they violated it by going outside of your union, outside of your marriage. Even some ladies I deal with, it's not so much that he cheated with another woman per se, but he's addicted to pornography. It's still a violation. And as I tell you guys, you have to define what infidelity and cheating, what it means to you, and understand it, not only what it means to you, but what does it mean to your significant other, and so that you guys have an understanding so that you can create boundaries. But I don't want to go there. I want to stay focused. There's so much in me, and as I begin to talk, God begins to bring different things to mind, but I really want to hone in on you were meant to carry life. And so we quote all these beautiful cliches, and we say all these different Christianese terms and things like that. But take a minute, like seriously, take a minute and take a step back. You walk around and you say you're healed, you're okay, I'm good, I'm blessed and highly favored of the Lord, I speak life over me, and on you say these things. But what are you really carrying? Are you carrying life, or are you carrying death? What do you mean, Dr. K? What are you speaking over yourself? Are you angry? Are you still angry at the fact that it happened? Are you angry that he violated not only your union, your marriage, but he brought this person in your home? Not only did he bring her in your home, he brought her in your bedroom. Are you angry because he brought them around your children? Are you angry because you saw the signs and you asked about it, but he kept saying, no, I'm not doing it, and you believed him? Are you angry because you discounted what you knew in your knower and you believed him? Are you angry because you have put your life on pause and you have dedicated it to building your marriage, building your union, and now he has violated it, he stepped out of it, and so you feel like he doesn't care, he doesn't value you, he hurt you, he destroyed you? If he loves me, why would he do this? If he loved our children and our family, why would he take another woman out? Why would he be involved with another woman? Why would he need to watch pornography? What is it about me that drives him to somebody else? What am I not doing? What am I liking? Are you thinking those types of thoughts? Are you saying those types of things? Think about it. What is productive out of that? What is fruit bearing out of that? Positive. Because you got to look at it. You can produce fruit, and it doesn't necessarily have to be good fruit. You can be producing the fruit of death because of the anger and the hurt and the bitterness that you feel in your heart, that you are harboring, that you are thinking over and over and over again. It's almost like you have the CD. I don't know if you remember, if you listening to this, you should know what a CD is. They ain't been too out of date just yet, but you have it on repeat. You have it on repeat, and you're asking yourself these questions, and you're going through all these negative thoughts. We don't realize the power that negativity has. The same power that speaking positive words have over you is the same power that negative words do. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what Bishop stirred up on the inside of me as he began to talk about us being created to carry life. And so when you start thinking about the anger and I can't forgive you, you hurt me, I'll never forgive you, I'll never forget what you've done to me, there is nothing life about that. Because the thing of it is it begins to cause things to happen in your body to line up with that negativity. And the next thing you know, you start having ailments, and you're at the doctor because you've been diagnosed with high blood pressure, you got anxiety, you got stress, you're having suicidal thoughts, you got depression, you got all these different things that are negative that produce death. You hear me? These things produce death. You weren't built for that. You weren't created for that. You weren't designed to carry and to birth death. You are supposed to have life and life more abundantly. You are supposed to reproduce and replenish the earth. That doesn't necessarily mean you got to be popping babies out everywhere, but what are you reproducing positive? What are you doing to educate somebody else? What are you doing to help somebody else become better, to become a better person? What are you doing to educate your own self? Are you producing death, or are you producing life? You know, we know that the word says that our words are powerful, that we can speak a thing, we can call those things that be not as though they were, but you have to be careful about what you are speaking over yourself, over your womb, over your spiritual womb. Don't be so narrowly minded, focus on, you know, well, she's talking about having, I'm not talking about having a child or children. I'm talking about the thing that you are carrying in your womb that is producing and manifesting negative results. So I ask you again, are you carrying life or are you carrying death? It's more than just you may say, well, Dr. K, I'm not angry anymore. I'm not bitter. I've already forgiven. You may say that, and that's wonderful. But are there other things that you are doing that you are carrying? I don't want to rebuild trust. Think about the energy that it takes to not rebuild positively. That is still something that's leading to death, whether it's a spiritual death or it's leading to physical ailments in your body, which can speed up the death process. And so we just have to be so very careful. We don't want to speak things out in the atmosphere negatively. We have to be very careful and know that our words have power, and know that we are built to be wonderful. We are built and created to be the head and not the tail. We are above and not beneath. We're blessed in the city. We're blessed in the field. All of that stuff. All of that wonderfulness. And so I want you to begin to think about where you are in your healing process and think about, am I carrying life? Meaning, am I speaking positively over me, over my husband, over my boyfriend, over my fiance, over my children, over my marriage? Or have I just given in to defeat and said, this is what it is? You know, I'm just always going to be this way. You know, I'm not worthy of, you know, forgiveness. He's not worthy. I'm not worthy of having a great union. The devil is a liar. It's not the truth. What are you saying? What are you thinking? What are you meditating on? What is it producing? Is it producing life, or is it bringing you to a place of death? Think about it. Be very conscious about that, because you were built for this. You were created to overcome. You are an overcomer by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. You will win. You will get through this. It hurts right now. It stings right now, but this is only one season. There's 4 seasons. This will change. This will come to an end. But if you don't do your work, if you don't heal, if you don't ask yourself the hard questions, the season will change and you're still going to be in winter. You're still going to be full of anxiety, bitterness, anger, hatred, all of that stuff. If you don't acknowledge where you are, acknowledge what you are feeling, and make sure you get the resources so that you can move on. It's a very uncomfortable conversation, but is one worthy of having. Have the conversation with your mate. Have the conversation with yourself. Ask yourself some hard questions and come to grips with some very, very hard truths. And know that you are well able. You are well able to conquer and to take over. You can break the generational curse. It can break. It can end with you. If you do the work, nothing just happens. Nothing just happens. You have to do the work. You have to be willing to do the work. It's not going to be easy, but it's very well worth it. I'm here to tell you, I'm a living witness. I have walked this thing out. You know, it's been 17 years now, and I'm grateful to God that I'm on the other side of it, that I'm on the side where I have joy, where I have peace, where I don't have to put on mask and act like a certain way and act like I'm okay when I know I'm not. I'm broken on the inside. I'm at that place where I can help you. I can help other women like you, and I can encourage others, and I can show you the way. I can show you the path. You know, but it's up to you to take the steps. It's up to you to walk it out. It's up to you to make a decision and to choose that. Choose ye this day who you'll serve. Do you choose life or do you choose death? Remember, you were created to carry life. Let go of the unforgiveness. Let go of the bitterness. Let go of the resentment. Let go of the rejection. Let go of the abandonment. Let go of the unforgiveness. Let it go. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Let it go so you can heal and so you can begin to produce positive fruit. You can be able to produce the fruit that will remain, that will give life, that will create life. That's the kind of fruit you want to produce. And that's what you want to carry, because that's what you were built to carry. So that's all I just wanted to come on. I hope this has blessed you as much as it blessed me. I was very encouraged, and that's what I wanted to do today. Encourage and inspire you to know that you are built to carry life, and you can do this. You will win if you don't quit. Keep putting one foot in front of the other and go on about your business, and make sure you heal so that you can help the next sister around you. This is Dr. Katrina Esau, the creator and founder of Whole, Wives Healing Openly, Leaving Him Exalted. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow, and share it with somebody else. All right? Have a great day.